The American criminal justice system has seen its fair share of reforms over the years. I'm here at MoCA to see how one Chinese man has changed the course of law. The Museum of Chinese in America hosts the launch of the book, The Third Degree. Its focus is on the compelling case of a young Chinese man, Zhang Song-wan, accused of murdering 3 Chinese diplomats in Washington, D.C. in 1919.
One of the wonderful things that's happened in the United States in the last maybe 20, 30 years is that people have acknowledged the fact that the history of the United States is not just the history of a bunch of old white guys. And that the history of women, the history of African Americans, the history of Chinese Americans, and other hyphenated Americans is an untold story.
The book tells the story of a young man's abuse by the police. The Miranda warning is a rule that the law enforcement are required to administer to protect an individual who is in custody and or being questioned. This law came into effect after cases like Wan's.
This hits home for me. Just really understanding the first wave of immigrants coming over to the United States and seeing how they integrated to life here, because I know that my parents had a difficult time doing so in the 70s. So it's just very interesting for me personally.
The reason why there's so much interest in this well-researched work is because we are all very aware of the fact that U.S. history is incomplete. There are so many different holes in the text and the narratives. And what Scott does is really help us supplement some of those holes.
As the story unfolded, Wan confessed to the killing of one of the diplomats, but later recanted his confession because it had been offered only to stop the abuse of police.
The conflict in this book, which is about how people, and in particular people of color, are treated by the police in between arrest and trial, this is still an issue today. Even since Miranda, even since all of these court cases, there's still problems in the way some people are handled. And so shining a light on this can only be a good thing.
I'm just grateful that my great-grandfather's story is out there, even though he's one of the players in the book. I mean, it's really about Mr. Wan.
The event included an interactive discussion about the book and concluded with a book signing. Reporting for Sinovision, I'm Michel'le Jackson.